Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something called Proudlock TV. It's a tool that wants to totally flip the script on how you watch online videos. The whole idea is to turn you from a passive scroller into, well, a full-fledged station manager. So let's get you settled into that producer's chair.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? You get home, you're ready to chill out, you fire up your favorite video platform to watch just one specific thing.
And then like 20 minutes later, you've clicked on 4 different intros, scrolled past what feels like 100 thumbnails, and you're no closer to actually watching anything. You've just kind of fallen down this rabbit hole of decision fatigue. It's the worst.
Yeah, that whole feeling, it actually has a name, and it's what we're tackling first. Let's call it the tyranny of the scroll. It's that awful, overwhelming feeling you get from having way too many options.
This is the classic paradox of infinite choice. I mean, having tons of options is supposed to be a good thing, right? But in reality, it's just exhausting. You spend more time choosing than you do watching, and a lot of times, you just end up giving up.
So, what's the fix? Well, Proudlock TV suggests a pretty fundamental shift in how we think about this. It's all about moving away from a passive list of videos to an active, live TV kind of experience.
To put it simply, Proudlock TV is designed to be the antidote to that indecision. This is not just another playlist app, okay? It's your own personal streaming studio. It's like having a tiny little TV network with your name on it.
And this slide, right here, this is the core idea. Instead of watching a list, which we all know means endless scrolling and indecision, Proudlock TV is all about tuning in. You get a guide instead of a scroll bar. You get a schedule instead of indecision. It's not just a playlist bucket anymore. Your channel actually has a heartbeat because you're the one who gave it one.
Exactly. This quote nails it. You stop hunting for the next video to watch. You just tune into a channel you already built, and something is already playing. The decision has already been made by you.
All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great. How do I actually start? Let's walk through your very first hour in the producer's chair. This is where you really become the station manager of your own tiny network.
Getting your first broadcast up and running is as simple as these 3 steps. You're going to build the channel, add your favorite content, and then you just tune in and watch it all come to life. Super simple.
Okay, first things first, you build a channel. You'll head into the admin studio, click New Channel, and give it a cool name and a logo. You can also set your show run times. The default is a snappy 10 minutes. And here's the most important part. All of this data is saved right there on your device, so it's completely private.
Step 2 is adding the content. And it seriously couldn't be easier. You just drag and drop a video URL or paste it right in. Now, notice what's missing here. There are no tags, there's no shuffle button. That's on purpose. This is all about intentional, deliberate programming, not just random chaos.
And finally, we get to the best part. Step 3, tune in. You just go to the player view and boom, your channel is live. The guide shows you exactly what's on now and what's coming up next. The next show just arrives when it's supposed to. Your channel is live.
So once you've built your first channel and you've got the hang of it, you can start mastering your network. This is where you really get to put on your programming director hat and get creative.
You've got creative control where it really matters. You can customize your channel logos, the runtimes for your shows, and of course, the order of the content. What you can't do is randomize or shuffle things. The goal here is always intentional programming. Think of yourself as a studio head, not a playlist blender.
And here's a little pro tip straight from our mascot, PDV. He says your channels don't follow the actual clock on the wall. Nope, they flow based on the exact durations that you set for each show. You are in complete control of your timeline.
So what kind of stuff can you do with this control? Well, you could create a short-form sprint channel using that 10-minute default for a really quick pace. Or how about a feature night? You can set the exact runtime for a full movie. You could even create a live news block and just cap any live streams at 60 minutes so your schedule always keeps moving forward.
Okay, let's switch gears to something really important, protecting your creation. Now that you're the station manager, you're also in charge of your studio's data.
First and foremost, you need to remember that everything you create lives locally, right inside your web browser. Nothing ever gets uploaded to a server. That means your privacy and your data are completely under your control and only your control.
And PDV is back with what is probably the single most critical tip of this whole explainer. Please use the export feature. This saves your entire channel lineup into a single file. It's your safety copy. It's your studio. It's your data. You gotta make sure you back it up.
All right, let's do a quick little troubleshooting session for a problem you might run into. You add a video, but for some reason it just won't play. What's up with that? Well, 9 times out of 10, the reason is that the video is age restricted. That's a rule that comes from the video platform itself, not from Proudlock TV. It just can't be embedded. The fix is super simple though. Just choose a different show for that time slot.
And all of this brings us back to that fundamental change in your role. When you're using Proudlock TV, you are no longer just herding a bunch of links. You are a producer. You're creating a real channel with its own identity.
So, let's circle all the way back to the beginning. You have successfully beaten the tyranny of the scroll. You've taken back control from the algorithm. So, I guess the only question left is, what are you going to do with your night back?